Okay, I think it's working now. I gotta find it on here. Why don't I see it on here? Why don't I see it? Other people are here. How come I can't find it? I'll find it. I'll find it. Let me just go in again. I found it. All right, here we go. Here we go. First person here is Peach for general. Hi, Adonis. Peach for general. May hear from somebody hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Listen to your intuition. New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success around work, school, or business. You may be planning travel, and you should feel relief around life moving forward. Pretty good. Red, Ryan said that he didn't want to have feelings for me. May feel like it's a complicated situation, or he's kind of afraid of what that means or what could happen next. He does have feelings, and it does look like there's opportunity for things to move forward, but he's worried about something. I don't know if he thinks that you're interested in someone else, or that you're with someone else, or you have some kind of complication around you that he's concerned with. That he's concerned that he may be winding up getting hurt. Holly, future of my relationship between Carlos and me. Perseverance pays off, and although slow and steady wins the race, things could move forward. I don't know where you guys are in your relationship right now, but you may see some kind of an improvement in communication between now and the end of June. Things look a little slow, maybe even a little out of balance, but it still looks like June should be a pleasant month and things may be coming into balance. Expressing your wants and needs around the situation may be helpful. Things move forward with divine guidance, which is positive, but it also could be a little slow. Aaliyah, what's going on with me and Damien? Depends where you guys are in your relationship. I don't see much changing around the situation. So the two of you may not be on the same page. Yeah, it's like one person may be looking for a love connection, like a committed relationship, and the other person may not be interested in commitment. It depends where you guys are in your relationship right now. I don't see all that much changing around the situation. Things can continue the way they are, and it may be slow. You may feel like things are slow or not all that much is changing. T-Vet for the next 48. Maybe planning travel, possibly a road trip, maybe spending time with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Could get good news that comes in around work, school, or business. Teamwork is favored, and you may be working on a new creative project or creative hobby. Make sure you take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Be wise, general. Old wounds are healing and moving into the past, and you may be spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Feeling ambitious, be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Money comes in, finances improve. Feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. You may be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Red, what happens when we see each other again? There's probably going to be more talking about the connection or the relationship. Communication leads to success, spending time together. So the next time you see each other, you're probably going to talk again, probably going to spend time together, and then that could bring in future, like future dates or future talking or hanging out more. Could make you an offer that would be hard to turn down if things move forward. Holly, general for this week. This week looks good. Life is coming into balance. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. You're no longer holding yourself back. You're feeling grounded and stable around finances are stabilizing. The world is at your feet. Listen to your intuition and life moves forward towards greener pastures. May have choices and options around social activity. Hi, Mel. Jay, future within my current romantic relationship. Things should change for the better quickly. 8 of Wands. Life's moving forward towards greener pastures. Expressing your wants and needs around the situation and keeping the lines of communication open seem to help things. It depends where you guys are in this relationship. I don't see any significant changes. Things look relatively stable and good communication coming in. Things move forward through communication. Things look good. Things look good. Sana, I'm starting to talk to a guy A, and I'm asking if he has any action towards me. Well, there is communication. Communication is coming in or picking up, and that could lead to more. Although it does look a little slow, there still could be a possibility for this relationship to move forward. I don't see a whole lot of romance here, but I don't think we're there yet. I think you got to give it a little bit of time. I would give it some time. It does look like more can come from it. Red, will I see him again this week? Yeah, I think you will. I think you will. Titty Bamba, general regarding my JLL visit on Friday. Well, you have some good luck around it. You have some good luck around it. Life is changing for the better quickly. Listen to your intuition. Lay down the law, set boundaries, and expressing your feelings helps things to move forward. I don't know what it is, but divine guidance is pushing things forward towards success. So it should be positive. It should be pretty positive. Or things are improving. Red, money, general for the next 2 weeks. Money looks okay. You have growth, change, and transformation coming in. Areas of your life that have been stuck or stagnant should now start to improve. Solution to a problem is in front of you. Paying off a bill of debt or a loan can make you feel a little bit more financially stable. Listen to your intuition and a wish comes true. Okay. Luz, how will it go at the car dealership to sell my car? It'll go well. It'll go well. You have growth, change, and transformation. Life moves forward. You may be pretty content with what they offer you. You don't have Carvana there? Because if you have Carvana, go see what Carvana would give you for it. But I think it'll be okay. I think you'll be satisfied with it. I hate car dealerships. Red, what's Fabby's next action towards me this week? Oh, I said Red. I meant Raymond. What's Fabby's next action towards me this week? Things look slow. I don't see much happening this week. If you want something to happen, I would consider reaching out to her rather than waiting. Titty Bamba, can I expect any new job interviews this month? Last month I had no luck. I think you will, and I think it's going to be later in the month. You know, for everybody here that is with the job thing, I think once Jupiter moves into Cancer, like Jupiter is all exalted in Cancer, Jupiter doesn't function that great in Gemini. So I think that we're going to see things, and there's several planets changing signs this week. I think that that's when things are going to start to move forward. Oh, Luz, I bet. Holy God, I can't imagine making a move like that. I mean, unless I was like, you know, I had my family here and I was going by myself and then coming back to the family. But like to have to like sell a house and sell a car and move all my stuff. I'm like a low maintenance kind of person. Like when I go to Florida to see my dad, I don't bring any luggage. I just go. I mean, but I'm going to his house. So what do I need to bring? I mean, I can go to Publix down there and get whatever I need. Anyway. Red, will I get another job soon? You could get another job later in the month of July. I mean, not July, June. Like end of June, beginning of July. Yeah. Titty Bomba, do you want the orange ones or you want these? Otherwise, I have the orange ones. But I don't really have yellow. Oh, you have a tenant in your apartment. That's good. That's good. Oh, it is hard to detach. Yeah. Yes. I agree. You want these? These, we call them the witchy cards. I don't know why we call them that. Maybe it says it on the box. Yeah, it does. It says Moon Witch. Moon Witch. Oh my God, there's one in here. Witch's hat. Express yourself. Share your gifts with the world. Coven. Power of the sisterhood. Spells and rituals. Bring magic and self-care together. They're the witchy cards, Sarah. Lita, my coworker asked me out, but I'm not interested in him. Do you see anyone else coming? Yeah, you've got a Capricorn coming in and a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. New energy is coming in. Old energy moves into the past with new beginnings on the horizon that can lead to success around love. Don't be afraid to express your wants and needs. Listen to your intuition. How is Pisces are feeling about me and everything? Still haven't heard anything. You will hear from him eventually because that's his, like this is what he does. Right? He's controlling and manipulating the situation. So he takes control by breaking up and then blocking you so that you don't have any control. He has all the control. After he feels like he wants to open the door, which maybe within the next couple of weeks, he's going to reach out to you and he's going to apologize and he's going to do the same bullshit again. I would be careful with this guy. I would be careful because it's going to become like a cycle. It's going to keep happening because he reads as somebody who is like using manipulation to control the situation. There's no reason to break up with somebody for no reason and then block them. Like, why do you have to block somebody? Like, you block somebody who's harassing you, not somebody, you just end things. It's fine. Like, why do you have to be blocked? Like, you block somebody because they're calling 59 times a day. Like, that's who gets blocked. But this is a way of him taking control over the situation. And I'd be careful with what he says because he may say bullshit like, you know, I can't live without you, or you give me another chance, I made a really big mistake. And he may lay it on kind of thick, which is, you know, it's scary shit. But anyway, you will hear from him again. The year 1998. Questions below. Hang on. I don't see it yet, so let me come back to that one and do Titty Bomba. I don't see yet. Let me do... Bella, any good news coming in this week? Lay down the laws, set boundaries. Life could change for you for the better quickly around new job or business opportunities. Listen to your intuition. Could be spending time with an Aquarius or a Capricorn. Solution to a problem is in front of you. You'll figure it out before the end of the week. Not bad. It was so random. It was right before our date. I know. That's what's even more twisted. Like you're just about to go out. Was this the first time you were going out? He's going to say, oh, I got cold feet, or I was upset, or I was worried, I was nervous, I felt insecure, and he's going to use bullshit. Yeah, those kind of people are fucking scary. You know what's worse, though, really? After you live through something like that, the next person that comes in, like you think that they're going to be the same. Because it's like, now how do I trust that this person isn't doing that? How do I trust that this person really likes me and they're not just telling me what I want to hear and gaining control over the situation? Like, people are fucking crazy and they walk amongst us. Like, that's what's scary. Like, if I told somebody I love them, it was because I really love them. I wouldn't just willy-nilly say it. I also don't willy-nilly give compliments out. I just don't. I don't know why. I don't. So I feel like when it comes from me, and I would even say that like to my students at yoga, I'd be like, you know, you've come a really long way. And I don't say that to just anybody. Like, you never heard me say that before. So it has to mean something when it comes from me, because I've really noticed a change. Anyway. Titty Bomba, approximately when could I be accepting a new job? Maybe within the next 6 to 8 weeks. Seems like a long time. But yeah, maybe within the next 6 to 8 weeks. It may be for the best though once we get Jupiter out of Gemini. Freeman, you see my ex Fabi trying to come back, and if so, when? Maybe sometime in the month of August, but this is another situation where I would be careful with it, because it could be somewhat of a cycle of coming in, going out, breaking up, getting back together, but not really ever moving forward. Girly, what's coming up between Aquarius, Jay, and I? Well, you have communication coming in or picking up, maybe seeing one another soon. I don't know what your relationship is with this person, but there may be an improvement. Neither one of you seem to be holding back, and things may be moving forward in June. That's not bad. Pretty good. Tanya, you were right. My son out of the blue received money yesterday from work. Oh, great, great. Oh my God, that's excellent. I'm glad he got it. Because what a disaster that shit is. You got to wait for everything. The year 1998, I haven't been able to make a decision about what I want in life. When I follow others, or what's more traditional things, flow more, but it's very inauthentic. Where can I look for my happiness? You have to figure that out. The cards can't tell you what to do. The cards, like, okay, you have to imagine it like this. The cards are... It's like the Fool is 0. That's the first card, 0. The Fool is starting off on his journey, and he's going through the tarot cards. Like, that's his journey. And it's his experiences along the way that create his life. So the cards can't tell you, well, you need to go back to school. You're going to find happiness there. The answer you have to find. So if you feel like something is inauthentic, then that may be your answer. That you can't do what other people tell you to do, or you can't follow the pack because it's just not who you are. Now, the cards show slow and steady wins the race, and don't make any decisions if you're not ready. But the cards can't tell you what to do. You have to figure that out. New beginnings around the horizon that can lead to success around work, school, or business. Listen to your intuition. Old wounds heal and move into the past with new beginnings on the horizon. Shut down people, places, and things that no longer serve you, and new doors open. Expressing your wants and needs could lead you to success, and somebody may make you a job or business opportunity that would be hard to turn down. That could be bringing in more money. But exactly what that is, I don't know. I don't know. You know, it's like, imagine this. I don't know how the schools are where everybody else is, but here we have like kindergarten through. When I was a kid, it was 6th grade. That was elementary school. But now it's like my nephew is going to middle school in 5th grade. Anyway, Doesn't matter. You start kindergarten and you're going through a journey, and when you're in kindergarten, you're not the same kid once you get to third grade. You're a different kid because you've experienced all this, but we don't know what you're going to experience until you go through it. Some kids play the violin, some kids hate music, some people love art class. You know, everybody's different, and you can't really predict in kindergarten exactly what's going to happen in fifth grade because we haven't gotten there yet. We haven't become that person yet. So you have to kind of experience things to figure out who you are and what you want. But just by your question alone and the card showing if you're undecided, don't make any decisions. If society or your family or whoever is saying, hey, you're 21, it's time to get married and have kids, and you're like, I don't want that for myself, I don't feel like that's what I want, then that's your decision. Other people may be disappointed, but you have to do what is right for you. And the other people will hopefully accept it. I know my friend said that her sister always kind of made her feel like she didn't pay her debt to society because she decided to not get married and have kids. But for her, she felt like she had spent her life. She grew up, her mom was sick, and she took care of her mom. And she said, I always felt like I spent my life taking care of somebody, and now it's my turn to experience things I didn't as a child. So for her now, she takes ballet classes, and she does gymnastics, and she does things that she couldn't do when she was a child. So it's kind of been backwards for her, but she's got to live authentically to who she is as a person, regardless of what other people think of her. Otherwise, she wouldn't be happy with herself. She wouldn't be satisfied with herself. Anyway. Tanya, love coming in. Yeah, you do have choices and options here around love, and romance should be heating up this month. That Capricorn is like all over you. I know that he's kind of funny sometimes, but he shows up. Sagittarius shows up. You even have a Leo here. I can't remember. You have a Leo? There could be a Leo coming in. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to, and you may be planning travel. So there could be a romantic trip or something around travel with somebody. All about Maine. I was about to call you. Did he have female company over before me? That's why I didn't get a call. Oh, this is the same guy that we always talk about. Begins with an L. No, I don't see him having anybody else around him. Adonis, is V's profile picture visibly directed specifically at me? It's been on since yesterday. Yeah, I think so. But we'd never admit that. They would never admit that. There would be no admission of that. But yeah, I think it's something that they want you to see. I know, Marin. Isn't that funny? That's what she said. She's like, my sister always made me feel like that. And her sister is married, has 2 kids. They're grown, like they're, I don't know, 22 or 18 or something like that, you know, that kind of age. And she's like, my sister always makes me feel like I did something wrong because I didn't want to get married and have kids. Now, I have plenty of friends that got married but chose not to have kids. Like that's different. My friend didn't even think that marriage was important. When I was younger, I thought marriage was important. The older I got, the less I thought it was important. But anyway, I mean, crazy, right? But I guess, you know how my friend always explains it, and I think that it makes a lot of sense. She's like, you have society, and a lot of people are following the script. And she's right. She's like, you have it. She calls them the lawnmowers. And she's right. She's like, you have the people, they go to work from 9 to 5. They hate their job, but they do it every day. They come home to a marriage that they're not happy in, and they either ignore each other, or they fight and yell and scream, or one person has everything their way and the other person is just passive and just wants to appease them. I agree with her. And she's like, and then on the weekends, what do? They mow the lawn. And they're not really paying attention to a spiritual aspect to the world, and they're not really connected to anything but the script. And you see it a lot with young girls. Like, I remember being 22, 23, and like talking about the wedding I was going to have, and like that was like the most important thing to me at that time. And I know a lot of people at that time, I mean, I've read for people where I told you the story. Young girl, late 20s, everybody else is getting married, so she's got to grab, she'd been dating somebody, and she was dating him a long time, but she wasn't thrilled with him. But she wasn't going to be the only single friend. Like, it was more important for her to be married because everybody else was. Her father throws her a wedding like you wanted to die for. Had everything. And she has her wedding, and 3 months later, she comes home, knocks on the door. Yo, I'm not happy. And her father was like, you better go back to your husband. I spent my fucking retirement on your wedding. And she had already met somebody else. She was already ready to leave. Her father was furious. And I get the father being furious, but to me, if you're not happy, fucking leave. Especially, it's been 3 months. It's not going to get better. Leave. But I understand people thinking like that, because that's what their parents did, and that's what their parents did, and that's what the neighbors are doing. And people are so concerned with, I don't want to be the only single person. And what about the people next door? And everybody's got someone. So what? Everybody's got someone. I mean, so what? I mean, you want to go to the gutter and pull somebody out just so that you're not alone? I mean, that's terrible. But people, out of desperation, which never brings in success, it always brings in, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Nothing good comes from acting desperate, but I totally understand it. Oh, you had to take care of your mom too. Oh, see? So yeah, you get it. You get it. You'll love reading. Okay, if you're currently in a relationship, it should be growing, transforming, and moving forward on solid ground. If you're not with anyone, you may have choices and options that come in. You've got new beginnings on the horizon, possibly with a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Scorpio. Exploring your options leads to success. You also have, you're not looking back on the past, so if you're not with anyone, it's probably new energy coming in. The solution to a problem is in front of you. You'll figure it out before the end of the month, and you may have money coming in. Not bad, not bad. If you're looking for a committed relationship and you're not in one right now, you may find one sometime between now and September. Lita, sorry to keep asking about, all right, it's fine. I'm just confused. So none of it was real on his end. We got into one disagreement and I'm blocked. He wouldn't answer any of my attempts to reach out, so I stopped. Well, it's not that none of it was real. I mean, there was like he definitely like found you to be attractive, and he also found like the two of you kind of clicked. But this level of insanity is happening because of the person that he is. You know, like, let's say you have a disagreement with someone. I can't think of an example, but say you have a disagreement. I don't know. You're going to go on a weekend vacation and you want to go to the beach and he wants to go to the mountains. Okay, we can disagree on that. We can have a fight about that. But you have to block me and never speak to me again? Or if I like, I don't know, Volkswagens and you like Buick, we can argue about that, but you're never going to speak to me again. Like, it's like, this is the person he is. He's showing you who he is, but it's also creating the trauma bond, because it's like, what did I do? Why aren't you speaking to me? How come you're shutting me off? Like, the worst thing to do to someone is to ignore them. That's the worst thing you can do to anybody. And they even say it like with parents and children. Like, if you had a parent that ignored you, that fucks you up more than a parent that would yell at you because you're being ignored. So the worst thing he can do to you is block you, and that's why he's doing it. It's creating the trauma bond. So then when he reaches out to you, you're going to expect something different is going to happen, and he's going to tell you what you want to hear. And then this is going to happen again. And the longer it goes on, the harder it is to get out of. But he's showing you how he is, and he's taking control of the situation. It's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate. But if it's not for the love bombing, the one thing that I find that is really crazy is when they start to mirror you. You know, it's like you say, hey, I love Mexican food, and they love Mexican food. And I don't like flying, and they don't like flying. And then you're like, you think that, hey, I found someone who's exactly like me. We click so well. But it's all kind of like they're kind of studying you. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, you're going to hear from him again because it's going to create the bond. The only way you take your power back is if you're the one that cuts it off. But right now, you're not cutting it off because you still want to hear from him. So that's still going to keep you in that energy. And he's going to reach out again. I guarantee it. Martisha had a dream that I overheard Cancer T's dad saying that Cancer was getting married on Sunday. What's the dream's meaning? It doesn't mean anything. It's a fear. So it's like fear of abandonment, fear of being left. It doesn't have anything. It's nothing of significance. It's like fearing that you're going to lose. Like you're going to lose something. Or he's going to walk away for something else. Or it's like replaying something that happened in the past. It's old bullshit in the back of the subconscious that's coming out in the dream state. I know I myself have had prophetic dreams before, but when it comes to situations where it's like there's like a hurt, a wound, or a romantic connection or feelings, and then there's dreams about that, it really most of the time has to do with what the subconscious is processing and what the situation is. Like if you've been, you know, you've been in love with Tom for the last 20 years and now you're having dreams of marrying him. Well, is that prophetic? Probably not. It's probably your subconscious is thinking about it while you're sleeping. But if you're having dreams about like Tom and you haven't seen him since kindergarten, that's probably something that maybe a little bit more like prophetic, like maybe I'm going to run into him or maybe I'm going to hear something about him. I haven't seen him in 25 years. I wonder why. We had no real connection. We just went to school together. That to me is a little different. But when there's feelings and a connection there and something that we're struggling with like on like day to day and it comes out in the dream state, I don't really find that to be, usually it's not. It just shows fear. And something that maybe you had relived before. Lita, I unsent my messages and ended up blocking him back too. It's just weird that we were going to have a date and he's saying that he loves me hours before. I think I did everything I could to be a good girlfriend for him. Yeah, because it's not you. This is his crazy behavior. You know what? I think that you should be glad that you're seeing it so soon because usually it takes like a long time before you see it. You know, like usually you start to see this shit like 6 months or 8 months into the relationship, not so soon. I don't know how long it's been for you guys. But it's like usually you get to the point where you've already built up the relationship. It's pretty solid. And then all of a sudden it's like they disappear. And it's like, what happened? And then you question yourself, what did I do? You didn't do anything. It's them. This is what they do to people. And unfortunately, these kind of people keep people around. So they cycle through them. So they like this person could wind up 3 weeks from now calling you again and you replay the situation again, disappears again, and then is talking to somebody else and does the same thing to them. Because they're, to me, it's like when people start throwing love around and we haven't really met and spent a lot of time together, like, how are you in love with me? I don't know how much time you spent with this person, but if you've never physically spent time, like gone away together or spent a night together or, you know, spent the entire day together. Like, how do you know? Like, you don't know what this person's habits are. You don't know how they treat people. Like, if I went out with somebody and they were mean to like a host or a waiter, I couldn't be with that person. That would be a huge sign. And I know sometimes people think that that's cool. Like, they think that they're above the, no, you're not fucking above the waiter. Fuck off. But you don't see that until you're out there. So how could you possibly know whether or not you're in love with somebody if you haven't spent that much time? Like, those things to me are, there's a mind fuck. I could be wrong, but that's just what I think. Tanya, what frosts my ass is people, very few who knew we were getting divorced, saying after 20 years you can work it out. I'm supposed to be miserable with a cheat. No, you did the right thing. You know what it is? Misery loves company. Where are they? They may be in a miserable position. I knew this woman, and I worked with her, and her husband was fucking so mean to her. Like, I would feel sorry for her. He was so mean to her. First of all, we know he was definitely cheating because she used to call him to tell him when he was coming home. She was coming home early. Like, if it was like, say, Memorial Day weekend, they would let us out at 3 o'clock, and he would be expecting her home at 5:30. So she would call him to say, I'm just letting you know I'm coming home early. Like, who does that? And then he would hang up on her because we wouldn't hear her say goodbye. She would just put the phone down. So she knew what was going on. And she always used to tell me, like, when I would talk about other people, like, you believe what this one's doing? She'd be like, Danny, some people can't be alone. And at some point I realized she was talking about herself. And she was the first person to be in everybody's business. Like, after my boyfriend and Tom and I broke up, I'm not kidding. I used to go to the bank and do the bank run every day. She'd be like, oh, put on lipstick. You might meet someone. Like, I'm going to the fucking bank. I'm not going picking up men. Like, leave me alone. And like, I just got fucking annoyed with her. I'm like, enough with the, oh, you can meet someone. Fuck off. I'm going to do the bank run and I'm coming back. Don't bother me. But I realized, like, she's miserable, so she wanted me to get married and be miserable too. And then we could all sit around and talk about how bad our husbands are. You know, and you know, it's not, she was educated, she had a job, she could support herself. She didn't want to. But I agree with you. Putting up with that kind of bullshit, it's just not worth it. Life is too short. I mean, you're married for 20 years. If you're alive for 100, that's a fifth of your life to be miserable. I mean, it's a long time. Anyway, let me shut my mouth and keep going here. Adonis. Oh, sorry. What does he want me to see in the picture? I don't know what the picture is, but there is success, strength, and beauty comes up around it. But I don't know what the picture is. So if it's a picture, if it's like a picture of them, they may be looking at you like, hey, I hope that I look attractive, or is it interesting, or what do you think of this? Like, it's trying to bring up an emotion in you, which is common because that goes on with other things too. It's like, what do you think of this? It also could be something that's questionable. Like, I wonder what this means, or I wonder who this is, or I wonder where they are, or whatever the surrounding is. Yeah, it's trying to evoke an emotion of some type. Like, if you fly off the handle and get upset, it kind of makes them feel, well, then the emotions or the feelings must be real. But they already know that. It's just like an insecurity to feel like they need to have that proved. Bella, will my money deposit tomorrow morning? I think it will, yes. Oh my God, I'm running behind here. Hang on, let me see where I am. I hope I didn't skip a lot of people. Liz, general for today. Feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Listen to your intuition. An old wound heals and moves into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon, and you may be spending time with a Virgo or an Aries. Listen to your intuition and don't be afraid to set boundaries if you feel like someone is overstepping. Miss K, do you see my Taurus friend angry with me? No, I don't think so. Liz, love for this week. Love for this week. Love for this week looks okay. You may have choices and options. Communication is key. Don't be afraid to express your feelings when it comes to love. You have a committed relationship here. If you're already in one, thing should be good. If not, this may be on the horizon, even if it doesn't happen this week. Could be with an Aries, maybe with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You've got choices and options coming in around love. Don't settle for less than you want or deserve, and be clear about what you want, because you may get what you want. Girly, what is my coworker M's problem with me? She's always giving me an attitude and overdone nothing to this. Oh, and you've never done anything to this girl, can't say. You know, there's a couple of things that are going on here. First of all, this is so shitty too, because she may find you to be a really nice person, and so she thinks that she can treat you like that. You know, it's like you could treat nice people like shit, which is fucked up. But I understand that. I get that. And then she also could be a little intimidated by you. I don't know if she feels you're smarter than her or more attractive than she is. There's a little bit of intimidation there. So it's like, it's almost like she feels like, well, she's so smart or she's so attractive. Well, you know, fuck her. Like, yeah. I would just ignore her. Like, don't give her the satisfaction of ever, like, seeing you like get upset or think about anything. Just act like it's normal. That'll really fucking piss her off. Like, you don't even realize it. Martisha had 2 random dreams last night, mostly surrounding trauma. There you go. It's trauma coming out. That makes sense. I've been having a lot of dreams that have water in them. Like, one, I told you, like, I was going down a hill, and like in a raft, or I thought it was like my car at first, but then it was like a raft, and then the raft flipped over and I was stuck under the raft, and I like couldn't figure out how to get out, but I was able to get out. And then last night, my brother and I were like snaking out the pipes in my house. Like, why were we doing that? But it's like got that water around it. Twin flames, general. Negativity moves into the past, and you have cause for celebration that comes in around work, school, or business. Listen to your intuition. Something nice may happen around the home, moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home. May feel relief around finances improving. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and you could be planning travel. Susie, T the Capricorn and I for the week. T the Capricorn and I for the week. Looks pretty good. You got good communication coming in. You're probably planning to see each other. I don't know that you're going to see each other this week, but you should see each other soon. So you may be discussing plans this week. Listen to your intuition and don't be afraid to express your feelings. Liz, general between me and Aries. Things look okay between you and Aries. If you feel like things have been slow lately, that energy should shift with the Hangman in reverse, and things may move forward. Listen to your intuition and don't be afraid to express your wants and needs around this connection. Things come into balance and begin to move forward. So it depends what kind of a connection is, but life is coming into balance. Things are moving forward. Communication picks up, and you're probably going to see one another soon. Jamie and Brianna, Aries. things look a little bit out of balance and you may be feeling like things are unsuccessful, but you have opportunity for communication to come in the month of June. Slow and steady wins the race. I would say kind of go with the flow of things and you may see an improvement in June. Emily for today and tomorrow with Soha. Maybe feeling a little disappointed in something. I don't know what your plans are. Like if your plans are to do something specific, there may be a disappointment, and that may be why you're feeling like disappointed in the plans. And like the Hermit in reverse, he may not be taking any responsibility for it. But nothing terrible is happening. It just may be a little bit slow, and that may make you feel a little bit negative. But it's average. I would say there's a minor disappointment around it. Tanya, general for the next 5. Maybe spending time with a Capricorn. Life's moving forward and you're ready for it. Listen to your intuition. Success comes in around work, school, or business. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan may make you feel relief. Listen to your intuition. And may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Pretty good. New love. Would Kay be happy if I was in her class in the fall? Or how would she react to it? I don't know that you would see much of a reaction. Like if you were in her class, it would just be like, oh, okay, you're in my class. Like there's not much of a reaction. And I don't think that there's a big emotional response either. Twin Flame, still haven't heard from T Company. I applied. Could I get good news from them? You still could get good news from them, yeah. That's possible. Twin Flames, my dad wants me to go to France. I want an apprenticeship for August, but I doubt that will happen. What does it look like will happen? I think that you may end up going to France. That look right now, it looks a little stronger that you may go to France. Palak, how will my vacation be at my grandma's place? Should be good. Life changes for you for the better quickly. Negativity moves into the past. Time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. It looks pleasant. Listen to your intuition. Life moves forward. It should be good. Summer, love. When it comes to love, explore your options. Slow and steady wins the race, but you'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and life moves forward. Maybe spending time with, well, you got a Sagittarius here. You have an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, and a wish comes true. Brenda, general for today. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities that bring in happiness. You've got choices and options around social activity. Listen to your intuition and life moves forward. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Don't settle for less than you want or deserve when it comes to like love or romance. And a disappointment heals and moves into the past. Pretty good. Pretty good. Bella, will I have any issues pulling from my 401k? No, I don't think you will. Adonis, I'm reading it now. that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, so the last reading showed wanted you to see something, wanted it to evoke an emotion. Okay. And this one shows I need to take time for myself. So if I'm a little bit out of balance and it makes you feel a little bit stressed, this is why. It's kind of like explaining. It's kind of explaining their behavior. I do think it's for you. Yeah, I do think it's for you. And it makes sense. It makes sense because it's like, it's kind of telling you everything that they can't. But meanwhile, like you already know all of this. Like you're already patient. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't need to, but it's kind of like in one way, like evoking the emotion of have patience with me and feel sorry for me, but not really feel sorry for me, but like this is what I want you to see. But they kind of know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Yeah. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting something else. I actually thought it was going to be a picture of them. But anyway. Did that one about the friends. I did that one. Gaps, how does Michael Copeland at Woodbine truly, genuinely feel about me? How does he see me? May find you as somebody who is perseverant, hardworking, and successful. Somebody who is strong and independent. Somebody who he's got respect for. Looks pretty good. I don't know how close you are to him, though. It looks like there's distance between the two of you. Cyrus is sleeping. Raymond, does F feel remorse for what she did to me? Not right now. One day she may, but not right now. Twin flames, I don't know if I'm ready to accept that. I'll go to France for August. I feel like a failure. Listen, you're not a failure. You've got choices and options that come in. Life is coming into balance and life is moving forward. New beginnings on the horizon that lead to success with choices and options. The world is at your feet. I don't know what the France thing is, but the whole thing with like feeling like a failure, you're a failure if you don't continue doing something, right? Like it doesn't matter what it is. I told you about my friend that wanted to be a police officer. Ever since the day I met her, it was all she talked about. And like, she's one of my closest friends. If I didn't know her, I wouldn't have thought that was going to be her job. Like I wouldn't have seen that. Anyway, she had so much trouble getting on. So much trouble. I met her when we were 16, and there was some kind of a program for high school kids she was trying to get into. For whatever reason, she got rejected from that. She did not wind up getting anything until, I don't remember exactly how old she was, but it was years. It was years. And other people, like she went to college, other people at college got into different things she couldn't get in. Her father was a cop, I think, or a detective or something. I don't remember, but he was in that area. He was in law enforcement in some way. And he wound up getting her a job doing something or helping her, hooking her up with somebody that could get her a job. And that job didn't last. And then at one point she was a nanny and went back and forth. And then finally she wound up getting a position. And she's getting ready to retire. So, you know, it's like you're going to fail if you don't continue to do something. It doesn't matter what it is. My other friend, same thing. She wanted to be a cop in New York City. First time, she failed. First of all, she had to lose 40 pounds before they would even even think about her starting the process, not even accepting her. But she couldn't even get in to take the test until she lost 40 pounds. So she had that obstacle. But it's like, you're going to fail if you don't lose the 40 pounds and try. Now, if you try and you lose 37, maybe they'll let you slide. You know what I mean? Like, but you have to do something. Otherwise, you will fail. If you don't do anything, you fail. If you do something, you're not going to fail. You're not going to fail. You're going to get to where you got to go. It may take time. Maybe it doesn't happen when you want it to happen, but it'll happen eventually. So try not to feel like that. Adonis barely posts any pictures. Never seen them all. Really? Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. I don't know why in my head I saw a picture of, I don't know what they look like, obviously, but, and it looked like there was like water or beach behind it. I don't know why. Does Capricorn know? I know. I think so, yes. But I would take that with a grain of salt because I don't know what we're talking about. So does the Capricorn know that I know his birthday? Does the Capricorn know that I know, like, what is it that we're talking about? But the cards say yes, Capricorn does. But it's hard when something is very vague to say that it's going to be accurate. Melissa, is Randall cheating on me? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Virta, general. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon. Listen to your intuition. Negativity moves into the past. Life comes into balance. Maybe spending time with a Virgo. You're not looking back on the past. Life is moving forward. Bacon, general for this week. Disappointment heals and moves into the past, and the weight of the world slips off your shoulders. Money may be coming in, or finances could be improving, and somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and you could get good news that comes in around work, school, or business. 555, will today be a good money day? Looks kind of average. Like, I don't see any extraordinary money coming in. AA, why did Asher come into my dream today? And then, yes, I messaged him because he was very sad in the dream. There's no real reason why this person came into your dream. It's something that's in your subconscious, depending on what it is your relationship is with them. So I don't know if the sad thing has something to do with you feeling like you need to help them or save them in real waking life, but there's no real reason around this dream. It just looks like somebody who may have been on your mind recently or who is on your mind. Shop, boyfriend Jay's current feelings and next actions towards me. There should be communication, but things look a little bit rocky between the two of you. Like there's distance, or he's not putting in a whole lot of effort, or you might feel like there's distance between the two of you. Yeah, you'll hear from him, but I don't know if the two of you are on the same page anymore. All about me. And if I missed part of that question, can you send it again with blue hearts? Because it disappeared. The question was he with someone? That's why he didn't answer before you got there? No, he wasn't with anyone. Emily, near future for Jane and me. Near future for Jane and me. Don't be afraid to express your wants and needs around the situation. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Communication comes in or picks up it. And there should be growth, change, and transformation for the better around your connection. Not bad. Not bad. Adonis, it's funny because I have a pic of V like that. They don't know I have it. I stalked one with the siblings, and it was a picture of V. Oh, that's funny. Because that's what I kept seeing. Like, I didn't see the family, though. I just saw one person. That's funny. Lioness journal for this week. You've got happiness that comes out over work, school, or business. Cause for celebration that may be coming in around paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Listen to your intuition. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and life begins to move forward. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. And areas of your life that have been a little bit like out of balance should come back into balance this week. Not a bad week. Maggie for the next 48. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news around work, school, or business. Listen to your intuition. Feeling ambitious, be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Listen to your intuition, especially if you have a decision to make. Don't make any decisions until you're ready. Like, don't let anybody bully you into anything. Life comes into balance, and you may be planning travel. Oh, damn. Mountain, why does CM block me from working opportunities? Should I file a complaint about it? I would file a complaint. Yeah, it's like a control thing. Like, because they can. That's what I got to say. Yeah, file a complaint. What the hell? Twin Flames, it feels so unfair because it's not my fault. I couldn't finish the apprenticeship due to the... Do the cards have any advice or anything I could do to make this still happen? I don't know what the process is, so I can't, yeah, there's no way for me to tell you what to do. The only thing that I can say, like what the cards show, is that a disappointment is healing and moving into the past, and there is an opportunity coming in where you should feel better compensated, better respected, with good communication. Life comes into balance. So I don't know who you need to talk to or how to go about it. Like, I don't know what it is, but whoever's in charge of it, I would discuss it with them. There's got to be somebody that can help you somewhere, right? Like if I wanted to go back to college, I would go to the administrative people and I would talk to those people. If I wanted to get a job here, I would probably go to a recruiter. So there's got to be somebody that you can talk to that could help you find something to get you back in, because how'd you get in the first place? Like that's what I would go to where you were originally, and whatever didn't work out, I would see if you could find somebody that could help you make it happen. All about me and Lamar's thoughts and feelings and next action. Next action is communication. You have communication coming in pretty quickly. If feelings may feel like the two of you, I don't know how long you've been together, but he feels like the relationship is pretty stable and that you guys kind of get one another. May feel like the two of you have kind of like have long-term potential around it. You got the Four of Wands here. May think that you're smart, intelligent, hardworking, successful, and attractive. And you're probably going to see each other soon. Or that may be his next intention after you speak to him. Oh, damn. What did I do? All about me. What do I need to know about the management job? If this is something that you're trying to get or that you're up for, because you have cause for celebration that comes in, luck is changing for the better quickly, and feeling ambitious to be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Money may be coming in and things could be moving forward. Listen to your intuition, explore your options, and let it be known how you feel. So if there is something that's like you're up for or that you want to apply for, make sure that you let everybody know what you want, because you have choices and options that come in around career moving forward, and you may be paying off a bill of debt or a loan. Michelle, general for summer. General for summer. Summer looks good. You may have a new job or business opportunity that presents itself, or maybe something that you're adding this summer that could lead to success. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Maybe spending time with a Taurus or another earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You may be planning travel, and you have money coming in. Pretty good. Lourdes, today I've been told that they are going to vote for CN, director of ESJR, and not me. Is it true that they already decided that? I don't know who told you that, but I'm not so sure that's been decided yet. It looks like there's indecision around the situation. Like, how could they know who everyone's going to vote for? Come on, any new changes coming in? Any new changes coming in? New changes, there could be something nice that happens around career, job, business, whatever you do all day that may be bringing in more money. Time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You may be planning travel. Listen to your intuition. Old wounds heal and move into the past. And you could be spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Tiffany, was Rachel ever serious about me when we were together? It seemed when we were together she was emotionally immature, and I had to end it to avoid any more disappointments. Well, I think you made the right decision, because continuing with it would have continued with the disappointments. So I think you made the right decision. I think you're right. I think that she was emotionally immature. It's like she had one foot in, one foot out. So it's like her intentions were good, but she never followed through, or she couldn't follow through, or she didn't want to follow through. She had one foot in, one foot out. But did she have real feelings? Yes, she did. And she was probably disappointed when you broke it off with her. But you know what? You did the right thing for yourself, because you'd still be riding that roller coaster if you didn't. So good for you for making that decision. Payment, what's coming towards me with my career? You have a new beginning. Negativity moves into the past. A new job offer comes in that could be quite successful. You may be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. It also could be on-the-job training. Listen to your intuition, explore your options. You may have choices and options. If you're undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. I don't think I answered another question, Mountain, about work. Twin Flames, I could reach out to Mr. G. He's the person in charge, but I've always reached out to him before he could help. I would reach out to him. Yeah, I would reach out to him. I think he could be helpful. Who's that general for the rest of the week? Maybe feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Could be spending time with an Aries or a Libra. New beginnings around the horizon. You're stepping into your strength and self-confidence and ambition, and you'll be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. You may be thinking about starting a side business, side project, side hustle, or you may get the idea for one. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. And this weekend, you should have choices and options around social activity. Pretty good. Magician's heart, snap friend Tacky's energy, and your future for us. Energy is a little slow. The near future looks like you're just snap friends. That's really it. I don't see much happening. I don't see much changing around the situation. It's like it is what it is. Some kind of an online friendship, and I don't see all that much changing from there. Miss Billy, will things start looking up with the Scorpio? Whatever this relationship is, it's like it's all over the place. I don't see much of an improvement. No, I don't see much of an improvement. It looks like there may be like one person may not be so interested, or there's a tower moment. There could be a third party involved in this situation. Things are a little bit out of balance. I don't know where you are in this relationship, but it looks like it could be kind of tumultuous. Back and forth, up and down. There may be somebody else around the situation that's got an influence or is causing problems. Yeah, it's kind of a messy situation. And that may continue. Girly general for June. Disappointment heals and moves into the past. Life moves forward. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Old wounds heal and move into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon. Maybe spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You could have some money coming in or more money coming in. Shar, career for 2025. Career for 2025. Career looks good. You have a wish that comes true around things moving forward before the end of the year. You may have more money coming in. You're listening to your intuition. A new beginning is on the horizon. If you're looking for a new job altogether, you may have choices and options. If you're happy with your current job, there still may be choices and options around things moving forward. Looks pretty good. Lolly, love for June. Love for June. Things look a little slow in the month of June. If you're in a relationship, things will be like average. If you're not with anyone, there's probably not all that much happening, but there is a disappointment, healing, and moving into the past, an opportunity for an air sign to come in, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. But it looks a little slow. Amen for the rest of the week with O. Rest of the week looks like communication looks good. Expressing your wants and needs around the situation may be helpful. You may be planning to see one another. Starfall, do you see any friendships coming into my life? Yeah. You have a Taurus, you've got a Virgo, and a Libra coming in. Melissa, will I be able to put up working as TC lead for a few years, or will I end up quitting? Well, it's a free will kind of question. You have to make that decision, but it does look like it has potential for long term around it. Cinnamon, love for today for me. Perseverance pays off and life comes into balance. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Could have a fire sign around. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Listen to your intuition and don't be afraid to express your feelings. Mihak, general. Listen to your intuition and life moves forward towards greener pastures. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, and something nice may be happening around the home. Moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home. Disappointment heals and moves into the past. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. And you could be planning travel. Irene, my mom came to me in a dream the other day, and she was giving me a warning about something about to go left. Or is it she felt that my spirit of me starting to miss her a lot? This is somebody who's passed on. Okay, I don't know what the warning was, but you may want to be cautious of whatever she was warning you about. But I always believe, and the cards agree with me, that when somebody who's passed on shows up in the dream, that it's them letting you know that they're around. It's kind of like, you're right, like she knows that you miss her, she's around, she's letting you know. You know, I have a friend who is, like, she's wild with like the messages that she gets, but she always says, if you kind of think of people that have passed over as just being in the next room, they're really not that far away. They're a lot closer than you think. Like, that's kind of a little bit comforting. And I do believe that when you have dreams, like, that's them letting you know they're around. Lucky, general. A disappointment heals and moves into the past, and teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. Success comes in around work, school, or business. You may be planning travel. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Could have choices and options around social activity. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Listen to your intuition. RK for the upcoming year. RK for the upcoming year. Maybe spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Life comes into balance. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Maybe planning travel to water, by water, or around water. And you may have a new job or business opportunity that brings in more money. All right, I have to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Hi, handsome boy. You resting? You good boy. Laverne, dream last night. What was it all about? Slow and steady wins the race, but you have a wish coming true. New beginnings on the horizon, especially where like career is concerned or business. Could have money coming in. Empress may be bringing in love and money or more of it. Listen to your intuition and don't be afraid to set boundaries. Don't settle for less than you want or deserve, because you could have what you want and deserve, and life is moving forward. I don't know what the dream was about, but don't settle for less than you want or deserve. I think that's the main message. Does Capricorn have bad intentions? They come off as kind of neutral. Like, I don't think they have any intentions as of right now. Yeah, I don't know what the situation is, but they come off as kind of neutral or distant. Twin Flames, if I talk to Mr. G, can he really help me? How would this conversation go? Conversation should go well because you've got happiness coming in around it. New beginnings on the horizon, feeling ambitious. You should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Listen to your intuition. I don't see any reason why you shouldn't contact this person, because what's the worst that can happen? They can't help you, but if you don't contact them, they're not going to help you anyway. So I think it would be a good idea to reach out to them. Lita, I've been having dreams of MR. We went to high school together. How would it go if I reached out? I think high school, he liked me, and he's still really good looking. Okay, let's see. I mean, it would be okay if you reached out, if you want to reach out. It looks like it may be slow, so you may reach out and like communication may be kind of sporadic, but I don't see any reason why you shouldn't reach out. If you know, like, it may be a good distraction right now. Yeah, I'd give it a shot. It looks like it may be a little slow, but yet it could be something to take your mind off of things that are going on right now, and it may be helpful. Go for it. Go for it. Susie, what's coming my way this week? What's coming my way this week? Success around work, school, or business. Time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Areas of your life that have been out of balance should now start to come back into balance. Disappointments heal and move into the past. And you could be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan, or putting money aside for something. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Mega love. If you're currently with someone, your current relationship should be functioning well, but don't be afraid to express your feelings or set boundaries if you need to. If you're not with anyone, you could have some new energy coming in, maybe water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, possibly a Libra, maybe even a Capricorn. A wish comes true and life moves forward. Beautiful one for today. Working on a side business, side project, or side hustle could be bringing in extra money. Life may change for you for the better quickly. Listen to your intuition. You have the world at your feet. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and you may hear from somebody that you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on, and a disappointment heals and moves into the past. Pallavi, love. Life changes for you for the better quickly when you explore your options. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Could be spending time with Sagittarius. Maybe spending time with water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Empress is bringing in love and money or more of it. And somebody may make you an offer around love that would be hard to turn down. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. But life should be moving forward. Mountain, how do people in leadership view me in regards to the problem office? These are leadership people have a lot of respect for you. They may find you to be hardworking, somebody who is reliable, smart, and intelligent, somebody who is down to earth. Amy, for the next 48 for Sunny. This person may be taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. They're listening to their intuition. A wish is coming true. They may feel like teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. Slow and steady wins the race, but their life is moving forward on stable ground. Alpha, general. You have choices and options that come in around social activity. Listen to your intuition and life moves forward. You may not be looking back on the past. Life is moving forward and you could leave people, places, and things in the past that no longer serve you. Maybe spending time with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Anything that's out of balance may move into the past. And you should be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Anonymous, does Kanchi or his family want to connect with me again? As of right now, I don't see them as entertaining it. Like, I don't think it's something they're really thinking about right now. Tamana, current feelings of animal for me. Does he still love me? I think he may care about you. Like, you may be somebody who he always like has care for, or you may always have a connection, but I don't see him as being in love or pursuing a relationship as of right now. Cosmic, I feel uneasy about my stability work-wise at GS and the part-time senior place. My depression is getting to me. Am I going to remain at both jobs long-term? I think you are going to remain at both of them long term. You have potential to. Ruchi, next in love. Disappointment heals and moves into the past, and romance may heat up with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Although you could have Sagittarius coming in with a love offer. A wish comes true. Listen to your intuition. Expressing your wants and needs around love and not settling for less than you want or deserve helps your love life move forward. And you may feel relief around being the one to call the shots this summer. Yazoo Cat, energy around me and the new guy, Kay. Energy is okay. It's stable, reciprocal, well-balanced, pleasant. Looks good. Looks good. Twin Flame, spiritual messages from my guides. I have a hard time feeling hopeful when things don't work out the way that I want. Okay, where are the spirit cards? Six of Air, things are looking up. The end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. Ten of Fire, too much work, accept help from others. Life is a little out of balance. Look out for stress-related health concerns. Knight of Air, intelligent, decisive, idealistic, and tireless. Events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options. Creative solutions. TVET, general around career. You may have career moving forward. It could change for the better quickly, bringing in more financial stability and more money. Life's moving forward towards greener pastures. Not bad. Not bad. Skating's going well. I feel like I made a little bit of an improvement on my right leg yesterday, thank God, because it was really bad. It was really bad, and I have class tomorrow night. And I'm the only one in this class. So it's like it's all about me, you know? Like I can't like hide behind somebody. I don't get away with anything. So thank goodness. Avery and I are going to go skating tonight. I can practice a little bit more. My butt pads just came. I saw that Amazon delivered. I don't know if I'm going to have the nerve to wear them tonight, but we'll see. Jess, do you see me being employed this month? I'm not convinced in June. It may be like maybe within the next 6 weeks. D for today. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Listen to your intuition and life moves forward. Take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You may get good news around work, school, or business. Anthony, future love with C. She's the Gemini and we chat every night. You got potential here for things to move forward. Slow and steady wins the race, but communication continues. Don't be afraid to express your wants and needs. Maybe not right away. Maybe give it a little bit of time because slow and steady wins the race. And who knows, you could have some happiness coming in around this situation with the sun. So that's pretty positive. Let's see what happens. Lady Sunshine, what do I need to know right now? Old wounds are healing and moving into the past. Let all that shit go. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Listen to your intuition. Money may be coming in and something nice may be happening around the home, moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home. Listen to your intuition and life moves forward. Stephanie, general for June. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. And you may be planning travel. Not bad. TVET, will they let us work from home once we start the new project this summer? You got about a 33% chance, yes. They may let you do it sometimes or part of the time. Kritika, love. When it comes to love, you have growth, change, and transformation that could lead to long-term potential. If you're already with this person, things look pretty good. If you're not with anyone, you could have a Pisces or a Virgo coming in, maybe even a Scorpio. Exploring your options leads to success, and your next relationship should have long-term. Eminem, love for Taurus. Taurus seems to be like slow and steady wins the race. Wherever they are in their love life right now, they seem to be pretty content. I don't see much moving forward for them, but they seem to be happy. If they're with someone, they're content with the way things are. If they're not with anyone, they may have an earth sign here, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Lady Sunshine, I did. Need to. My husband's next action towards me. Things look slow. You have the Hanged Man here. You've got the Knight of Pentacles, and then Justice is in reverse. I don't know what's going on in this relationship, but things look like they're stagnant. If you want to speak to him, I would reach out to him rather than wait. Or I wouldn't wait on his next move. I would make the next move. JJ, today after the exam, I found out that the first exam question, I read it wrong and answered it wrong. Last year, they failed people from this exam because of details. Will I pass by this situation? It's such a shame. Okay, let's see. I think you could still pass it, though. Migu for the next 24. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Listen to your intuition. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Could have money coming in. Finances may be improving and you may be paying off a bill of debt or a loan. The weight of the world slips off your shoulders. June, I'm in communication with a Pisces man and not sure if I should continue getting to know him. What does tarot say? I would continue to get to know him. It looks like things are pretty well balanced. There's happiness between the two of you. It looks slow and steady wins the race, but that's okay. I don't see any reason why you shouldn't continue to talk as of right now. I mean, it's your decision. The cards can't make the decision for you, but the energy seems pretty well balanced and there's happiness around it. So it looks okay. Jeebus, any job updates for June? Yeah, you've got success coming in around new opportunities. Perseverance pays off. Listen to your intuition and explore your options. Yazoo Cat, if I go back to my business, will it do well? It will, but it might take some time. Just keep that in mind. Maggie, I answered for you already. Sharon, love for June. Love looks a little slow in June. If you're already with someone, your current relationship should be functioning well, but slow to move forward. If you're not with anyone, it may be a slow month. Possibly an earth sign comes in, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. But I don't see much moving forward quickly in June. Vicky, general for tomorrow. You've got life coming into balance and success coming in around whatever it is you're doing tomorrow. Maybe spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Listen to your intuition and don't be afraid to set boundaries. Not bad. Not bad. Is there anyone here I haven't answered for? Sarah, Black Eagles, action towards me, still silence. There'll be communication at some point. It might take some time, and you may be feeling anxious or like annoyed by it, disappointed, but you'll hear from them. Maybe sometime this month. Twin Flames will always reach back. I DM them about the podcast. What will they say? I'm not convinced they're going to get back to you. I don't know who this person is. I'm not seeing communication as of right now. You may have to reach out to them again. Flames, if I go to France, how will that go? I just don't want to be depressed there. It should go well. I mean, the thing is like if you're going to be depressed, you're going to be depressed no matter where you are. If there's an opportunity here, I wouldn't turn it down. But I would find out first if you can get the opportunity that you want more. If there is no way that you can get that opportunity, then I would go to France. And as far as the depression is concerned, like that's something like if you're depressed, you're gonna have to deal with depression no matter if that's something you deal with. Like you have to deal with that no matter where you are. It doesn't matter where in the world you are, it's gonna be with you. So that's like one thing doesn't have to do with the other. The depression's got to be taken care of regardless. But I would try to get the first thing that you want more before you make the decision to go to France. I did do Mihak. Yep. And I did Maggie. Isabella for tomorrow. Feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Listen to your intuition. Money comes in, finances improve. Lay down the law, set boundaries, it'll serve you well. You may be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Is there anyone else here I haven't answered for? Macy, general for the day. Maybe spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Anxiety eases and moves into the past and life moves forward. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. An old wound heals and moves into the past. Maybe spending time with a Libra. Felicity, how will M the Libra feel about my message? I'm breaking up with her. Maybe disappointed. Like unsuccessful, out of balance, and may not be expecting it. Alpha, I answered for you. Male, energy around whether or not to invest or to continue holding. Should I invest? Cards say to invest. Energy looks positive. Yazoo, will Elle reach out this year? I don't see communication coming in as of right now, so if you want to speak to this person, I would reach out to them rather than wait. Adonis, next interaction with the Aquarius. There should be communication this week. Choices and options coming around communication that could strengthen the relationship. Listen to your intuition and don't be afraid to express your feelings. Susie, romance this week. Looks a little slow. Nothing bad is happening. It just may be a little bit slow. You have communication coming in, but I don't see a whole lot of romance. But the communication may make you happy. You have happiness coming in around communication. Romance looks a little bit slow. No, Mel, it was to invest. Energy looks positive. Alrighty. I will wrap it up and I will see you guys tonight, hopefully, if all goes well. Let me go check out my butt pads. Meanwhile, like I feel like I'm not going to fall on my butt. I feel like I need more from my knees and my elbows, which I have them coming. They're just not here yet. Thank you all very much for being here. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.